Fine. Okay, we need fire extinguisher and flames. Let's do this. No, 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 no. You go get him. You distract him while I try and fix the fire, which I think I did. That all the fire there is? Yes, looks like it. Okay. This seems to be working a bit better. Alright, we can worry about this later. Right now, I need to figure out where all the things are. I think down here. I'm not made for hectic things. Nope. No. No, no, no. Yep, that's better. Go, go, go. And
bleed for this, I swear.
I'm not sure if this is working at all. And I think the answer is no. They're going to kill me again. Yes, they are. Yeah, I will talk to her if I survive. Oh, god damn it. No. Wait, what? So the last of them? Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, we will now retrace our steps, go downstairs, and loot the place clean. And we shall never ever again talk about this. Because really, this was nonsense. So... we saved some of these things, so... you know, hopefully she won't be too mad. I don't think this is all the way down, is it? No. So I would also like to talk to the guy we saved. Wait, this goes up. Oh my goodness. I know, that's right. We did go down first, didn't we? Yes, we did. Oh. That was absolutely not enjoyable. Well, hey. We're going to pay them back by torturing any survivors. Oh, this is not a survivor. Human flesh? No, I don't think so. I do not think so. Maybe summoning ghosts and skeletons, but I draw the line. Recipe wolf blood. Allows the transformation into wolf form. Can only be used by lycanthropes. Alright, sure. I don't need that. I'll be damned if I leave anything behind that might be of any value whatsoever. Are you wine? No, of course you're empty. More empty white bottles. Excellent. Choose. Great. I have a feeling I'm walking in circles. This is not... Yep, I am. I'm definitely walking in circles. This is definitely not where I need to go. Okay, so this was the first room. Alright, fine. So this is the second room, which means somewhere in here should be the apprentice. Yes. I should have learned how to bash people over the head with heavy equipment. God! What the... Okay, there's still fire going on here. Ghostly fire. I don't know why, but sure. This is weird. But so many things are that have been happening to me. I mean... yeah. Pretty much everything, really. Oh, God. Shovels. Iron. A dead corpse. Fine. Knives. Random junk. Random, very random junk. Okay, weird things. I think I've looked in here. Yep. More shoes. Well, that's just lovely. Another corpse. Priest robes. No, I will not undress the corpses if I don't have to. No, I will not. Okay. So... the guy is gone. Well, that's just lovely. That's just lovely. Tales of the Wanderer, the well-traveled one. Okay. I'll take that. More reading. Start the art of combat. The Wanderer tells of a Neremes fire breather who was combining archery with something. Well, that's not me then, I guess. Cool. I'll take that, thank you. And I'll take that. She better give me a good reward for this. Alright. So, where do I need to go next? I think up here. City guard boots. This does look very good. But not only do I not want to undress him, I also feel like if I walk up to the city in the guard's garb, there's gonna be questions and I can't really answer them. Like, where did you get this? Oh, I found this in a ruin after murdering one of your guards. I mean, presumably they're guards. Ah, they could be in disguise. Anyway, they wouldn't believe me. Novice robe of the order. Don't think so. Okay, so there is a closed door here. I'm gonna look into this later. I'm gonna pick some of this moss. I have a feeling I could maybe experiment with alchemy with that. Yeah, and I cannot open this because I don't remember how to use the lockpick all of a sudden. Alright, well, great. Great. Alright, well, that's fine. That sounds weird. Would almost say that sounds like machinery. Oh! What shall we use on... You know what? Oh! Oh, that worked pretty well. Sorry, didn't mean to hurt you. Okay. So you are pretty good at killing enemies if you only actually attack them. A Soul Eater's Mace does 5 points of shock damage to health and half as much to mana. Target dies within 3 rounds. It fills a soul gem. Thank you. Iron Claymore of Flames does 5 points of fire damage. It targets start burning and take damage over time. Yes, I'll take that too. I'll have to start using hotkeys a bit more. And yes, I'm gonna use that key a whole lot. Okay, this seems like this is also a door I cannot open. Great. Okay. So... Oh. Moon carrots. Excellent. It's a good thing there's so many of these growing here. Hello? Soul gems. Okay. Are you still with me? Where are you? Oh, God. Oh. I still don't know if that actually works. Teleport to the Sun Temple. That's nice. Some potions. I'm gonna leave the ore here. I'm really not much for... Empty parchment, sure. What's this over here? A quill, a dagger of despair. Sure. Skulls. I'm gonna take one of these. That's a little less disgusting than human flesh, and I have a weird feeling I may need some... Are you sleeping? Are you actually sitting here and... Okay. You're kidding, right? I know why the wolf is my favorite. Fine. That doesn't sound good. Oh, there she is. Hi. I saved a little bit, but not much. So... I'm gonna get an earful, am I not? And yes, I'm just going to check for dangers. So, there doesn't seem to be anything dangerous here. Except maybe the... highly shari.
Well, I'll be damned. That's what I call good timing. I take it you were successful. What about the fragments? Did you save them?
A few. Some of them. And if you're gonna complain, I'm gonna yell at you.
Well, I guess that'll have to do. Thanks.
Sure, you're welcome.
What about Sev? Did you find him?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, but he's disappeared, and I'm starting to think that maybe the flesh that I was confused about, that was him using one of the teleportation scrolls or something?
Fuck. That little shit. I was hoping I could make him tell us who's behind all this. Well, whatever. No use crying over spilt milk, I guess.
Yeah.
What's your name, anyway? Amidst all this, we didn't have time for formalities.
Because you rushed off. My name is Benedict. I am evidently pleased to meet you, although... No, I'm pleased to meet you. Let's be polite to her. We want something from her, right?
You're pleased? Well, that's good to hear. I actually had the feeling that I was a little rough on you.
I'll say.
Sorry for that.
Really?
Sometimes I just have a short fuse.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So do I.
Let's talk about the reason you're here.
Yes, finally.
For starters, tell me how you managed to get the old ranter to trust you. That doesn't happen very often.
It's a very long story. I'll tell you about it. Are you ready to listen? It all started on a boat. Yeah. And then there was a woman.
Uh-huh. So, you're saying that you learned all this? The magic, the swordplay,
What
in
swordplay?
such a short time? That's fascinating, to say the least.
I didn't learn it very well.
Visions? If I understand correctly, you foresaw the death of the two apothecary?
Yeah, my own. All the time, really. It does sound crazy, doesn't it? But it is true. It is happening, and it's gonna happen again. And I'm really, really not happy about it. I feel like I'm getting more cranky every time one of these visions appears.
It does indeed. But hey, who am I to judge? here you are, the mysterious stranger who appeared out of thin air and, without much fuss, took out an entire group of sellswords.
You were not here.
Now you tell me that these skills come from studying magic for only a couple of weeks, and that you can see the future. You certainly are full of shit.
I beg your pardon?
Not you, sorry. I mean, I just had a strange thought.
Go on.
But no, that would be crazy. Way too unlikely.
What unlikely isn't a stranger these days? What do you mean?
Well, I'd like to speak freely, but I'm bound to my agreement with the Holy Order.
I won't snitch on you.
However, I will tell Constantine and old Aranthiel about my theory. And you will probably have to be patient until the latter decides to put you in the picture. Sorry. But if my idea is correct...
Oh, come on now.
Then we'll be in a position to really kick ass. Anyway, hold still for a moment. Ready? Alright,
yeah.
Let's do this. Don't worry, it'll just take a little...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Put me down, put me down. Put me down. No, no. Ceiling. Ceiling.
Are you alright?
No.
That wasn't on purpose. Really.
Are you sure? Well, maybe you could warn me next time.
Sorry, as I said, I didn't mean to do that.
Right.
I have no idea what just happened.
You almost blew me up.
The ritual isn't exactly harmless, but normally you shouldn't feel more than a weak tickle at most, regardless of how it goes down. But, maybe this has something to do with the strangeness of your aura. I already said this, but it's so different.
Oh, I don't want to be different. I just want to become a farmer somewhere. That's it. That's gonna be my goal. I want to be a farmer. You're not the first one to tell me that. What exactly do you mean? It's not the farmer's aura, is it?
It's hard to explain. Somehow complex?
Complex, really?
Cold, maybe. But hey, I'm probably just out of practice. It worked, and that's what matters.
Did it? I don't feel
well.
well.
Will now settle down to an endurable level, and maybe even vanish if you're careful. And
really?
Now, I suggest you return to Constantine. I will get the stones to safety in the meantime. You need anything else? If not, see you later. We're going to meet again. I can feel it.
Yeah, you still owe me. What are these stone fragments good for anyway? I didn't quite get that one.
Well, put simply, they're supposed to protect us. But old Aranthiel will tell you more about it later.
Alright, I guess I'll see you around.
Take care.
I'll try. Walk blessed, I think is the greeting, right? Walk blessed. Great. Okay, I am to report... Wait, where my spells go? There we go, that's a little better. Now, let's have a quick look at how I am feeling. I got gangrene, severe arcane fever. Really? I thought he was supposed to help me. Oh my goodness. I got ataxia. Severe and strong and... What the hell? Increase your primary fighting skills permanently by 1. Okay, that's fine. Call the steps. Go to a bonus. Okay. Carrot. What if I'm on a... I don't think this did anything. Or... wait. No, it's still at 76%. The hell? She didn't actually help me. The nerve. Alright, let me eat something first. Crusty bread, sure. And I had the mana fungi. So that's better. So she didn't help me at all. It's not gone at all. It's still there. It's still there. She is a charlatan. Okay, I'm not happy at all. I'm really not happy. I've had it. I've been used by Jasper, by her. And none of them has really helped me. I can just picture it. Jasper was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna send this guy your way. And he's a complete fool and a tool. And hey, hi. Hey, we gotta discuss this. You haven't helped me at all. Great. Oh, hey, there's something up here. Flesh eel. Okay. I'll take that. Silver iron. That sounds valuable enough to actually carry it home. Yes, I've had it. I had a bad day. A bad couple of days, really. Since I arrived in Enderal, I've been shot at, burned, you know, shocked, shot at with bows and smashed to bits, and I had visions of my own death. I've been exploded, most recently by you. And really, I don't want this. This is not okay. And you promised to help me, and you haven't helped at all. This is really not okay. Really not okay. Is it getting better over time? No, it's not. This is really not okay. At all. I know, I'm repeating myself. Alright, before I go off, that was the entrance. She is going this here way. Hi. Can you... Okay, you won't even talk to me now. That's so rude. So rude. I'm going to find the way back to Ark. And then I'm gonna give the Constantine fella an earful. Because this is not okay. I've had it. I've been used. And if I don't see some cooperation from people very soon, then there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. But I will be very angry, nonetheless. I really will be. Holy moly, I am upset about this. Gah! Riverville, Fogville. Huh. Borg's farm on the city arc. Oh, it's just over there. Yeah, that's the temple up there. Whoa. Oh, I hadn't actually discovered this. So, where is... Okay. Hello? Hi. I'm totally not stealing your things. Shouldn't think that for a moment. Good morning, good evening. Is someone home? Oh. Whoa.
Look at that.
Yep.
Lonesome traveler.
Yep. Someone is home. No, I don't. Evidently, I really don't. Alright, have a bear. Okay. Oh, also this. Alright. It's only one, isn't it? Oh. Okay, so the bear is actually really strong if he gets his act together and actually fights. And that's the big problem. That is the big problem. Okay, I now do not feel bad about stealing your things anymore. And you know what? There's nothing you can do about it anymore because you're dead. Alright, okay. Money. And I think I just picked up a lantern. Oops, careful. Some garlic, a carrot. Alright, can you... This is not the time for cuddling. Fine. Ooh, an apple. Excellent. Account of an Unknown Traveler, Volume 1. Fine, I'll take that. This was a very poor bandit woman. Oh, come on, let me... Fine. I'm gonna just use the shortcut. Okay. So, was this not the place... Was this not the place... where the... Minard is? There's a ruin here. I really don't want to... Okay, so it's a little over there. Though presumably I could also just walk down here and enter the city on foot. Which, considering how close it is, actually seems like a prudent idea. Yeah. He says, before he runs into a new highwayman. Then we need to take care of those guys as well, don't we? That's a bunny. Bunnies can't harm you. Right? Surely not. It's also getting late, isn't it? I feel like it's sunset. I'm sure it is. So I feel a little better now. I've had my moment of outrage. And I find myself back in the I need to find a solution for my problems mode. I really don't know how. Maybe I have to sleep over it. Maybe it'll go away. Oh, is that her? No, that's the city guard. Good evening. Walk blessed.
Sir, yes?
Yeah, good evening. Walk blessed. I wonder if Jasper ever caught his
Yes?
his ship. Alright, do I want to go in? Oh, let's see. Are you the stable?
Oh my. Another exhausted soul, aren't you? Are you sure you want to keep going like that? I mean, like that?
No, tell me more. He's 600 pennies for a horse, she says. How much money? I could afford that. However, that would eat most of my money, and I feel like that's not a good idea. I will keep that in mind though. 600 pennies should be easy to earn. Oh yeah, it is getting dark. No, this is not the... This is the gatehouse. Yes. Oh, that's probably blasphemy. Yes, this looks like it was the tavern, isn't it? The dancing nomad, yes, the loud one with the burping people. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sleep over this. Hello, innkeeper. I'm looking for room.
And our room's looking for you. It's no Ark Noble quarter, but it's warm and clean. Want it?
Yes. If it's also quiet.
Good. We'll open up the room for you. And please, no shady business. We walk the righteous path in here and don't want any trouble.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately you're doing it in a burping manner. Yeah, I'm sorry, yes. I would love to dance with you. I really would. Maybe another day? I am really tired, lady. Sorry. I really am. Gambling No.
Wait a moment. You're an outlander, aren't you?
Yes. Good evening.
Wait a moment. You're an outlander, aren't you?
And you're repeating yourself. Is it that obvious?
Only if you know what to look for. I'm one myself, so I do. Balhazer, pleased to make your acquaintance. Tell me, if you're new in this city, are you perchance also looking for work? Excuse me, what was I saying? I'm looking for a hand.
And you want me to cut someone's hands off for you? What exactly... Where are you from? You don't look that foreign to me.
Well, neither do you. But to answer your question, I'm Arizaline, but third generation Arizaline, so it doesn't show that much anymore. Apart from my name and my skin, there's little left of my roots, I'm afraid. Anyway, so what did you say? Interested in some well-paid, honest work?
As long as it doesn't involve cutting off any extremities of the human body, I'm interested. And if the pay is really good, I might get over that.
It's simple. I want you to find something for me. You know, I'm a healer, just like my father was, and my grandfather before that.
Ah,
When he came to this country, he did so because he had been hired by an Arca noblewoman, a bright lady who valued science and the arts of healing. In any case, my grandfather spent a large portion of life working for this lady in an old, abandoned fort near the now deserted village of Fogville. Together with a good dozen other apothecary, he planned for my father to succeed him. But before he had the chance to, the mushroom plague occurred.
so the mushroom plague. You mean the plague that destroyed the Whisperwood? He says, talking as if he knows what he's saying.
Yes, that one. The spores of those mushrooms have literally sucked all the life from the forest and its surroundings. Plus, they are a threat to everyone who comes close.
And you want me to go there and do something in that dangerous area, right? Did your father's work have anything to do with that plague?
It does seem likely, doesn't it? Both my father and I have asked my grandfather this question too, but he has always denied it. The plague was a magical phenomenon, a freak of nature, no more, no less. Those were his words. However, I've made some troubling discoveries which have led me to doubt that. I believe the plague might have been fabricated.
Why would anyone do that?
Well, this is exactly what I want you to find out. Unfortunately, the noblewoman who my grandfather worked for has long been dead, and she was the last in their bloodline, so I couldn't find any answers there. But the old fortress where they worked still stands.
And why don't you just go there for yourself?
Look at me, you'll have the answer. I'm old and far from made for the road to begin with. Furthermore, all those undead who've been roaming the wilderness since that red madness began don't exactly make the idea more inviting.
Oh, I know so well.
But don't worry, if you succeed, I'll make it worth your while.
Okay. Why is that so important to you? Well, he kind of said why. Fine, I'll see what I can do. Where can I find this fortress, and what do you need me to look for?
Reports, scrolls, samples of their work. Anything that could be of relevance. Just look around. Do you have a map?
Why, yes, I do.
Here, the fortress should be in this area. Best you take Myra to Fogville. In the village harbour, there was a hut where my grandfather lived when he was off duty. Chances are you'll find a key to the fortress there.
Okay, hut,
Good luck.
key,
Thank you.
fortress.
If you have found the material, you can find me in the Undercity, near the old waterworks. My laboratory is there.
You're not saying this so that you can get all the ingredients to make your own plague, are you? Because that would not be good. Let's see. Where was my room? Is this my room? This looks like my room. Okay. Just hope that all of this is gone in the morning. And it's not. Great. So, just a quick aside. The fact that I have different levels of this makes me believe that this is indeed bugged. Yeah. And I have no idea how this happened. We'll see. Okay. So, oh, you're just leaving. Alright, that's good. Foreign quarter, yes. So, it's the next morning, and I'm thinking I should present myself to Constantine and his fellas again. Maybe they can sort of finish off the work that this Lahiri woman started and didn't do. So, how do we get there?
Monsieur?
Stop ignoring me.
I'll ignore you any day I want. Shut up. Okay, it's up there. Oh boy.
There you are. Magister Karus has been looking for you.
Okay.
What's that?
I don't know.
I think it was in here, wasn't it?
Hope he knows what he's doing.
No, that's not it.
I thought, well,
Was it in here? Morning. Morning.
Move along.
I intend to. Arcanists. Morning. This doesn't look familiar, does it? Maybe up here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, that just might work.
Good morning, Keeper.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
I do. I'm a visitor. Yes.
Unreliable. That's what they are. All of them.
Okay. Hi.
Now, if it isn't the prodigy, well...
I'm still sick. Yeah, she performed the ritual, but I'm still sick. There were problems in old Russian Guard.
Can't bloody believe it.
Yes, I know. She's already told me everything. Good work. Even though part of her report seemed to be a bit... enthusiastic. But I'll leave the judgment to Aranthiel. He wants to talk to you anyway. Seems you've caught his interest.
Tell me again who that is. I'm not sure if I want to be part of all this, whatever you're searching for. No, fine. Where can I find him?
In the Emporium, the last building on the left side of the temple. Just tell the guard that Aranthiel has asked for you, and they will let you in.
All right.
Ah, yes, before I forget. My dame Lucy has left a token of gratitude for you. It's your choice. Do you want a book, an old map, or a bag of pennies?
Who is Madame Lucy? A treasure map, 2 learning points. Tough choice. Now, normally I would go for this. However, I have so many learning points and nothing to spend them on that I'm not sure this is good. 150 pennies though, that sounds really useless. Now, the treasure map, that's the big question, right? Like, if that is actually an item that I can use, then that might be the best thing, actually, to pick here. However, there's also the chance that this is something I can't use, or it's just random treasure that I can sell for money. So, I think I'm gonna play it safe here, and I'm gonna get the book.
Very well. Now, get a move on.
Yes,
I'm sure
fine.
we'll talk again later.
Yeah, can you maybe... Okay. So... What did he say? It was one of the buildings, the last building on the left, wasn't it? And there's a guard in front of it that seems to support this notion. Good morning.
Walk blessed.
Okay. Emporium? Was that the place? I think that was the place. Good morning. I just want to tell the guards that I was invited. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
It is a suspicion, Teela. And to send an entire division across the sea because of a suspicion is madness.
We need to find out who sent the mercenaries.
Morning.
Miss Pegast said that they were after the Signet Stone, and if they succeed in getting hold of it next time, then the Black Guardian alone knows how to stop the cycle.
The cycle. Listening to you talk almost makes me forget that all this fuss here is merely based on some bad dreams you and your Neremese friends had.
The threat is real. Deny it as much as you like, but deep inside,
I am not
feel it
eavesdropping.
as much as I do.
Teela, you're a commander, and a commander doesn't care about feelings, but about facts. You have made this mistake before, Teela, back then in Kiran. We all know
The mission will happen. I'm sorry.
you have a visitor.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
So, you are the prodigy everyone is talking about. Interesting. I am Teela Aranthiel, son of Larius I and Grandmaster of the Order, and I'm honored to meet you. What is your name?
My name is Benedict. You wanted to see me?
Yes, and I will come straight to the point. You are here because I believe that you are special. Humanity faces a threat that needs to be stopped, and to achieve this, you are indispensable.
No, I really am not. But are you talking about the Red Madness? I heard about that.
Among other things, yes. I do not need to explain to you that the present situation on Vin is chaotic. The wars, the living dead, common people who are losing their minds. to name only the most obvious. What most people are not aware of is the connection between these events. You, however, have encountered it, as have I.
You're talking about my visions, right? It's gotta be the visions.
I do. And I will explain everything to you. What it means, who we are, and what your part in all of this is. Come, follow me.
Okay.
Maybe you already know who I am. My entire life, I served the gods who ruled Vin, until their death 2 years ago. What you probably do not know is that the one responsible for their death is my son, Narazul Aranthial. He hated the Lightborn because he believed that they robbed mankind of their right to freedom, so he strived to overthrow them.
Okay.
He found followers, formed an army and declared war on them, and thus on me, a servant of the Lightborn as well.
That's tragic.
It all ended in a battle 30 years ago, which Narazul won. He killed every single survivor except for me, and locked me in a dungeon on Nerim. I still do not know why he spared me.
Because he's your son? Sentimental reasons? So the Lightborn are really dead. If you, the Order of the Gods, acknowledge that fact, why do people not know about it? If Narazul was your son, why did he hate the gods so much? Shouldn't he have been, I don't know, devoted? Let's go with this one, because that's a good question.
Good question.
Yeah.
Because at the moment,
that's what I thought.
Is the highest good. Even more so considering what we are facing. The rulers of Kira and Kile both made the mistake to acknowledge the death of the gods to their people, and the civil wars that followed in their countries are evidence of the chaos that such a revelation entails. Enderal is the cradle of the Order of the Gods, the epitome of theocracy. It is unthinkable what would happen if we confirmed these rumors. I am sure you understand this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe when all this is over, that will change. But for now, it is imperative that we deny all rumors of that kind.
You're very open about this, I gotta say. If Naratha was your son, shouldn't he have been more devoted?
There were circumstances favoring the development. But it's a long story, which we won't discuss now.
Okay. But you managed to free yourself.
Yes, after more than 30 years. When the death of the gods made the magic around the prison disappear. And during my escape in the northern mountains of Nerim, I also had them for the first time. The dreams.
Okay. Did you also get thrown overboard?
I always saw the same glaring, terrible light. Heard screaming, and I felt like I was burning up from the inside. And above all, like a veil, there was the knowledge of imminence. At first, of course, I dismissed these dreams as the delusion of a man close to death. So I concentrated on making it through the mountains somehow. 2 days after my escape, I was completely exhausted, and I would have died if a former acolyte of my son had not found me.
And the acolyte of your son helped you? Weren't they your enemies?
Yes. But he did not recognize me, and brought me to their headquarters instead, an old monastery in the mountains. The others were aware of my identity, but for whatever reason they did not kill me. Maybe because they thought that the death of the Lightborn had made me insignificant. I do not know. Still, even after my recovery, the dreams continued. At first I doubted my sanity. But after some time, I told the leader of the mages, Constantine, about them. And he said something that I'd never expected. I was not alone. He, as well as many others, magically gifted on Vin, dreamed the same dreams. And the more we talked about the matter, the stronger our suspicion grew, which has now turned out to be the truth. The dreams. They come from the same place. They are a shared memory.
A shared memory? You mean the dreams originate from a common mind?
A collective subconscious, yes. I know that you can feel it too, and probably far more intense than we do. But like you back then, we were not able to make sense of the images. So we went looking for answers in the remains of the civilization that was before us, the Pyreans.
Ah, that's the excavations, like, oh, Russian guard. That makes sense. What did you find out?
3 things. First, there were many civilizations before us and before the Pyreans. Maybe hundreds, maybe thousands. Second, the history of each civilization unfolded and still unfolds according to a pattern. They emerge, they blossom, and at some point, at the apex of their existence, they simply disappear without any trace. And third, everything that has happened in the past years, and which is still happening, indicates that this disappearance lies ahead of us.
What do you mean disappear?
We are part of an eternal loop, a cycle, and our cycle is approaching its end.
That's not good. The end of humanity, more. I admit that this word has seen brighter days, but isn't it a little too much of a leap? Hundreds of prophets have predicted the end of the world, and it never happened. Let's see what more is. A pattern? You mean the chronicles of each civilization are identical? Yeah.
Not identical, but one can split them up into episodes which repeat themselves in the very same manner, into patterns.
So this is your explanation for the Red Madness, the wars, and everything else?
Yes, dramatically put, they're the envoys of the end.
That is dramatically put. Okay, I mean, I would have been tempted not to believe a word of this, but I mean, the visions are pretty weird, and I mean, there is something weird going on. I do not doubt that for a second. Whether that's the end of the world, I wouldn't know, but presumably you wouldn't say this without good reason. Now, the big question is, why do you tell me, a complete stranger, that? That seems like a bit of a weird thing. I mean, yes, he said he thinks I'm important, but I mean, I really do not believe that for 1 second. So, right, anyway, you do mean that the end of humanity lies ahead?
Yes, it does. At first we considered it absurd.
Yeah, I'll say.
You do at this moment.
Oh, yes.
But there came a moment
Can you read my
when we
mind?
simply could not deny it anymore. We began to study the history of the Pyreans more intensely, and the parallels were extraordinary. In its early days, the Pyrean Empire was split up by a disaster, just like Vin was split up by the Starfall after the reign of the Eterna. Also, the Pyreans had a ruling caste who declared themselves gods after the catastrophe. The 2 castes of the Sun Priest. They, too, ruled until they were overthrown. This overthrowing was followed by an outbreak of wars and chaos.
I see where you're going with this.
Just like that, the Pyreans ceased to exist. They knew it was imminent, but they could not prevent it. They called this event the cleansing.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. You're gonna say something along the lines of, Benedict, I want you to stop the cleansing. The parents knew about their threat. Why didn't they do something about it? How in blazes can entire justice be? Yeah, these are excellent questions. Where do I come in? Yeah, no, I don't even want to know. But yes, they knew about it. Why didn't they do anything?
They tried, but they failed. Who knows why? Maybe they found out too late, or maybe they were too weak.
How in blazes can an entire civilization just disappear?
That is the question we need to find an answer to. The end was not violent, at least not in a sense as we know it. There was no natural disaster, no magical explosion, no plague.
They just disappeared,
Even
like
though there
literally.
was war in the Pyrean Empire before its ruin, when the cleansing happened, it was as if all living beings simply fell down and died. It is ghastly.
That really does not sound good. Okay, I have a sick notion. Call it a hunch, call it a vision. But I'm thinking I know what you're gonna say, but I'll ask anyway because this is a question that needs to be asked. Where do I come in? Where do these visions and my powers come from?
Well, This is the reason why we need your help. Not only episodes of history recur within every cycle, characters do as well.
Characters recur?
Yes, the Pyreans call them the emissaries. They emerge very shortly before the cleansing occurs, like a law of nature, an answer to the Red Madness. And I am one of them, as are you. While I take on the role of the ruler, you take on the role of the prophet.
Oh. I'm supposed to be a prophet? All I've been seeing is my violent death, and I tell you that's not exactly a gift that is good.
It's just a description. Call it what you will. But without doubt, it is the truth. Your story matches the descriptions perfectly.
So the descriptions were of a guy who just ran around screaming like, no, don't kill me, don't kill me. That sounds very helpful indeed. I take it's the reason the enemies mages are here. And why me? If I play a role, does that mean that something is controlling me? Huh? That's... yeah. I take it the reason the enemies mages are here, isn't it? Firespark, Pegast, Skyrim.
Yes. Former enemies or not, both sides have understood the magnitude of the threat. The magical knowledge of Narazul's former mages is vast, as is the power of the Holy Order. Even though not all of the Keepers agree, as you probably have already noted yourself.
Not really. Why me of all people?
I do not know. Firespark the mage has told me your story. And even though your fate is tragic, unlike me, you were insignificant before your change.
Excuse me?
So maybe everyone can become an emissary, or we simply have not understood the pattern yet.
Or maybe I'm not as insignificant as you think, huh? If I play a role, does that mean that something is controlling me?
No. As I already said, the emissaries simply appear at the beginning of the end, like pieces on a chessboard. We are determined by our skills. How and to what end we use them is our choice.
Oh. What defines this prophet?
On the one hand, your power. You carry the potential to master any skill within a fraction of the usual time needed. I assume you have already realized this.
Not really. I don't feel very
On the other hand,
competent.
your ability to look into the past, and therefore into the future.
Into the past, therefore... What does that mean?
Your visions are a window into the past. And
Past?
as every cycle is based on the same events, it is a window into the future as well.
Okay, I see what he's saying.
You can feel the thread this world is woven with. And because of that, you can see things that have happened, and thus will happen again. This gift makes you indispensable to us, and it is why I want your help.
So I'm not actually seeing the future when I see those visions. I actually see myself or others basically living in exactly the same places, having the exact same experiences, just it was at some weird distant past. This is very confusing. If all of this doesn't interest me, just asking.
Words. Deep inside, you know your responsibility. Trust me, we are more alike than you believe.
I was just asking, man. Just asking. Why do you think that we can overcome this cycle? Yeah. I mean, if they failed, why should we succeed where others have failed?
That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? To wait and die?
Also a good point, but I mean, if it's really pointless, then you might as well just spend your time enjoying yourself, right? It's not a decision I want to make based on a gut feeling. Give me some time. Alright, if I can help, I will try to do so. I don't care what's in it for me. Survival is... that's a good incentive. And, I mean, quite honestly, this is the most powerful man in Enderal from what I can tell, or at least one very powerful person. And being on his good side could open some doors. So I will help. I will do my best. I will try. I will probably run screaming, but that's just part of... I mean, that's really not my fault, right? If everything happens as it happened before, then if I run away screaming, then that's just me being forced to do so. It's not my decision. That doesn't make me a coward, does it?
Good. However, there's one more thing before the actual work begins. I want you to join our order, and to do so, you have to pass a test. A trial.
I don't like the sound of this. Is this really necessary?
It is. Whatever you think about our story, we are the only faction that is strong enough to oppose the cycle. If you want to be part of our mission, you need to have access to our knowledge and resources.
I like that part.
There will be voices in the Order speaking against your admission, as they are speaking against the presence of the Neremese mages. Consider it an honor or a necessity. It is up to you.
I'm alright, sure. What kind of test?
It is the trial the novices have to pass in order to be exalted to the role of a keeper. Only the best students of the Squalor are allowed admission, and even though you have not been a novice, I want you to take it too.
Can't we just skip that part?
At this very moment, 2 novices are on their way to the testing grounds. I have informed them about your arrival.
Great. You didn't really tell me what I have to do. Who are these 2 novices?
I have only a slight acquaintance with them. However, I know that they are both very talented and have been working hard toward the test. But see them for yourself.
It's not gonna be Jaspar and Lashiri, right? That would be very weird. You already informed them. How could you know that I'd agree?
I had a hunch. Let us leave it at that.
You would have beaten me to a bloody pulp if I had said no, right? That's your hunch, right? Very well. Where can I find them?
At the border to the Heartland, near the Whisper Wood. They will be waiting for you there. Take the Myret, talk to Signet Master Bartar, and hand him this package. And then follow his orders.
That's all really ominous and mystical.
It might be self-evident, but keep your knowledge about the death of the Lightborn to yourself.
Yeah.
I do not believe you can do any real harm. But in the worst case, path-abiding people will consider you a heretic. After the cycle has been stopped, we will deliberate upon how we deal with the matter. If and how we tell our people about it. But not now, that is for sure.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Leave. The sooner we can dispense with this formality, the better.
Okay, does it carry the threat of violent death? Probably does.